guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back at the channel with the second part of the LA mansion. I'm so excited to show you all what I've done for the interior. So the interior is gonna be more on the traditional side because it really fitted in, with the exterior of the mansion. But keep in mind, this house is still built like in 2019, so it definitely has a little bit of a modern touch here and there, especially when you look at the, workout equipment that I'm gonna place here in the gym. Those are like really modern. If you go into like the children's bedrooms, there will be more modern items. There will be a flogging station, so that's definitely, something from this time. And there's also like a, oh my gosh, an indoor studio and all those things inside. So it's definitely an updated home, but with a very traditional furnishing on the inside, which I love. It looks really nice and it fits in so perfectly. So for the gym that I'm creating here, and of course the indoor swimming pool, I actually didn't add in a sauna, which I probably should have done. Thinking back now, at what I've done with all the spaces, and there were so many spaces in this house, I didn't do a sauna, and I definitely had the room for it. So sorry for the people who love, an indoor spa feeling. I forgot it for this mansion, but for the next one, I will definitely think about it. And yes, I will be working on another mansion very soon because I just love creating mansions. It's so weird because usually, when I am in the middle of the mansion building, like 4 or 5 hours in, I usually say, oh my gosh, never again, Mona. You need to stop building mansions because it just is a never ending story. You're always furnishing. But then when I'm done with my mansion, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was awesome, which is so strange. But yeah, anyways, we are now in the kitchen. So for the kitchen, like I said, I needed something traditional. I decided to utilize the Jungle Adventure game pack once more. I know I used it quite recently in a other mansion, which has a similar kind of flair as this one, but that one was definitely more modern, had more Jungle Adventure items in it. It was like a modern Jungle Adventure mansion, and that is definitely not what this mansion is. This is more of a traditional mansion with some nice touches here and there. And I just found that the Jungle Adventure game pack worked perfectly with this house, and especially with the outdoor scenery and such, and it just made sense to take it all in as well. So we are using the Jungle Adventure kitchen counters because I love those so much. And I also created this little breakfast nook that you guys saw. I just decided to add in a large high table, some ottomans. I think you call those ottomans, those seedy thingies that you can sit on. And I added in a few bar stools as well. So that little corner is actually not that functional, but aesthetic wise, it looked really nice. But I'm also gonna add in like more of a formal dining, so your Sims can definitely sit there, or they can sit at the bar, eating. But I just really liked that little nook. And I wish we could actually create a functional one. I mean, you can actually use the very bulky kind of corner pieces from Dine Out. Those are like booths that you can use in restaurants. I could have used those there in that little corner, but they were a bit too bulky for this mansion. I needed something a little bit more refined, Momona, refined. So that's why I, made it like it is right now. So this area right here is gonna be the informal living room. So a very nice living room with a large television. It's not done, by the way. Yeah, I am gonna go back. So yeah, a large, not a large. It's like a tiny, comfortable, just a informal living room for watching television with the kids. I just made sense, and it really made sense to make it off the kitchen area, so when you're maybe cooking. The kids can sit there. You can keep an eye on them. And then for this area right here, I decided to go with a formal living room. So with a grand fireplace. There will be a piano. And this is more for entertaining guests. So the couches and the chairs that I'm placing right here are gonna change. I'm not gonna keep those. Those are gonna be a bit more traditional. I am using, fairly modern looking couches, especially the ones on spa day. So I am gonna change those out. But here just making a little reading nook inside this formal living room. There's a grand piano for entertaining. Also added in a teddy bear and some play objects, because you never know if you have company with little kids, then you can entertain the grown-ups and the kids all in the same room, and also made a little area there for the kids as well in the informal living room where the television is. So I really like both rooms. It just looks really, really nice. And that's definitely not done, the living room. We are going to go back, change the furnishing, and then add in a whole section like an entryway and such. It's going to look really nice. So here we are in the, what is this? The master bedroom. So the master bedroom, I decided to make it on the ground floor. So the reason why I did that is I really love having a master bedroom on the first floor, the ground level, so that the Sims that live there don't need to take a staircase, especially when they are growing older, they have children. It's easier to be on the ground level. And yes, I am talking about experience. No, I'm not that old. I'm 35 years old, but me and my husband are thinking about our about our future. And I think having a ground level bedroom is really nice when you're aging. So that's why I decided to make it here. And also the reason why I made the master bedroom here is that deck area. There's this gorgeous little deck connected to this bedroom. That outside area is amazing. It has a fountain, it's on the front of the house. You can overlook the entire neighborhood. I just really liked that. So it's like a really large plus point to have your master bedroom there. It has a ensuite bathroom. It has a walk-in closet. Oh my gosh, talking, Mona, hard. So hard. But yeah, it just has everything that I really, really appreciate a master bedroom to have. But there are more spacious bedrooms upstairs that you can also, convert to a master if you really want to. But I find the idea of larger bedrooms for the children actually great. Because if I look at my kids and me, like Sadie and Lena. Selena, she doesn't really have that much stuff. So she doesn't really need a large bedroom. But it is handy because she does want like a television in her bedroom. And then if she had a larger bedroom in real life, I could give her like a television nook, an area for, playing games and doing homework. And I can really compartmentalize her bedroom. And so that she has a real haven for herself. So I like that idea of children having larger bedrooms as the adults, because I don't really use up as much space in my bedroom. I have a bed, I have a side table, I have, I have like a dresser with, pajamas and such. And I have my vanity table. And that's all I have in my bedroom. And then I have a separate closet. And that is my walk-in closet with all of my clothes and shoes and such. Steven, my husband, also has gotten a tiny piece of the walk-in. Just a tiny piece. He has like one little section and all the rest is mine. But I think a larger walk-in is more preferable for a master bedroom than an actual larger bedroom, because I only sleep in it and I do my makeup in there, and that's actually it. But your kids, they live in their bedrooms, so larger bedrooms for them definitely makes sense. So I'm gonna take a coffee sip. I've been, pinging my spoon around in my coffee mug, and it's getting cold. so good coffee. It's not a Dolce Gusto coffee. Sadly, my machine broke and I can't afford a new one. So I'm drinking instant coffee right now. But it's still good coffee. Or I'm just an addict and, you know, every coffee is good to me. I don't know, but let me take another sip. So good. Anyways, where are we now? In the living room. So at this point, I am changing out the living room with other items. I'm trying to get a feel of, you know, how I want this house to look. You know, too traditional or not, too more leaning to modern. I didn't know it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to figure out what works best for the space and the house. And I found out that the cats and dogs items actually worked really nice. I loved the sofa. I loved the armchairs for that area. I loved the color combination and it fitted in with the entire vibe of the house. So that living room really made me happy. Definitely, you know, I was definitely where I wanted to be at that point. But it took me a while. It took me a while to figure out, you know, the style of the house and the amount of, you know, traditional and modern items that I wanted. And that is also the area where I got really stuck when I was building this house. I think I stopped working on this build for like a week because I was so torn on how to furnish it and how to continue that I just took a little break and, you know, focused on the mid-century modern home that I did, which I will be linking here up in the screen. You know, a little plug for my other video that I made. I just did that one in between. And then after that, I found, you know, a new sense of how it got inspiration again to furnish this home. So I'm adding in lots of little details here and there. Added in a card playing table, flowers everywhere, and I think it's a really cozy area for entertaining guests. So we did have like a large area right here. I could have connected the informal living room there, but I knew I wanted a separation between the formal and informal living room. There needed to be some sort of separation. So I decided to extend the entryway a little bit. So you have your entryway where the large staircase is going up. And then when you go a little bit further, you have this area, and this is more for, it's more a decorational area. I don't think people would sit there, you know, it's just an area for placing nice flowers and to walk around in, basically. It's definitely not functional. I would never use it if I have a mansion, but you see that a lot in mansions. Mansions, they usually have like wasted space with furnishing in it that no one ever uses, you know, like a nice looking seating area somewhere in a corner, and no one ever sits there. Because why would you sit there, you know? That's that area. No one would sit there, but it's there to be pretty. And then here adding in, you know, a marble console, just so it elevates, you know, the poshness of the home. I love these marble consoles. They really look nice in mansions, either modern or traditional. You can use them everywhere. So back in the master bedroom, because that was not finished, I only did like the walk-in area because I knew how I wanted to furnish that. But for the bedroom, I didn't know the style yet, but now I knew. Now I knew what I wanted to do, so I added in the Seasons bed. It's a really nice blend bed, you know. It looks very comfy and luxurious, but it doesn't really have, you know, any kind of style. Although a bit more on the traditional side maybe, but it's just very plain, and you can mix it with, you know, a lot of stuff in the bedroom. So it fitted in quite perfectly for this master bedroom. I really wanted it very light, clean, and blend. And I think I succeeded in that. Added in a little fireplace, or I think I'm gonna add in a fireplace, and I'm gonna remove the bookcase. Yeah, so the bookcase is gonna change. I will do that a little bit later on, and I'm gonna add in like a fireplace or something like that. So here adding in some awards, because the Sims that are living here in this mansion are actually famous. I mean, we're in the Del Sol Valley, we're living in a mansion. Yes, my Sims will be famous. So the Sims that are living here, they are singers. Mom is a famous singer. Her husband is her producer. They live in this large mansion and they create gorgeous music here. So that is the backstory behind, you know, the people that are living here. They have 4 children, a teen boy, a teen girl, a little girl, and a toddler, also a girl. So they have 4 kids who are all, you know, in some way famous. And of course, I will talk about that a little bit later on when we're gonna furnish their bedrooms. So the bedroom that I'm furnishing right now with the ensuite bathroom is for the butler. I just knew I needed like a butless area, and this made perfect sense. So if you don't like to play with butlers, you can make this a guest bedroom, maybe for Nana and, you know, Grandpa when they come to visit. I think they would love the style. It's actually very old-fashioned, very clean. So they would like that bedroom. So you can either do it as a ensuite, oh my god, as a butler suite or as a guest suite. It's all up to you, but I'm probably gonna use it as a butler's bedroom. My butler doesn't really do what I want them to do, but that's fine. I just like seeing them, you know, walking around the house, pretending that they're busy. I also really like to, you know, place a world globe in the bedroom of the butler, you know, with the drinks. I didn't do it for this bedroom, by the way, but in my own gameplay, I like to place that, sometimes even lock them in the bedrooms, you know, see what they do. It's a lot of fun playing with butlers, but maybe not the way the game intends me to play with them, but that's fine. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding in a laundry room, very important, especially with a large household as this one. The laundry room, I only centered the laundry baskets for that room only. I've been playing with my own save game quite a few hours now, and what I find is I hate it when my sim needs to go through the entire house collecting laundry. It's such a pain. And I do know in real life it's also something that you need to do. But you know what? Usually when I need to do laundry and I need to collect the laundry of the bedrooms of my kids, I let them do it themselves. Usually I say, Selena, can you please, you know, bring the laundry baskets? And she picks it up and she brings it to me. It's really handy. But in The Sims, you know, I need to direct all my Sims individually to do that. And it's just a pain. So I like having them all in one section. So I also made a little living room there off the side. It's not really a living room. It's more of a, again, an area that probably no one would ever use, but it's there. It's there. Maybe the butler will use it, or maybe when you have guests over and dinner is not quite ready, or you know, they're still cleaning up the place and you need them to, you know, wait somewhere. They can wait in that little area, or it's a I don't know what it is, but it's there. And I just liked to add in a little seating area right there. So going up into the second floor. For the second floor, there will be 5 rooms. This is the first room. This is a very large office area. At first I was thinking a his and hers office with a his and hers desk, but in the end, it looked really boring, so I decided to go with an indoor home studio instead for, you know, recording voiceovers like I'm doing right now, or making music like my Sims probably are gonna do. There will also be a bathroom in the office. It just made sense, especially when you're like working real hard. It's gonna be a pain, you know, going outside the office, going to the bathroom. So a bathroom in your office, I think that's definitely a plus. So I added in a half bath right here. Only a toilet and a sink for a pee-pee, you know, and nothing else. And again, I kept it very bland and clean looking, but with some nice golden accents here and there to, you know, elevate the idea that these Sims are rich and famous and they can have gold fixtures in their bathroom if they want to, because they have the simoleons for it. So yeah, that's basically it for this little area of the build. So like I said, making that indoor recording studio. I love the items that we've gotten with the Get Famous pack because they work so perfectly for indoor studios, especially the wallpaper that I'm using looks amazing there. Usually when I did indoor recording studios. This is definitely not my first one. I've been doing them for quite a while now. But back, in the day when we didn't have Get Famous, I really needed to improvise and imagine a lot of stuff. But now with Get Famous, we actually have stuff that we can do inside our recording booth, which is awesome. So added in the world globe for concentration. I mean, sometimes when you're stuck, in a project, a little whiskey or whatever Sims drink would probably help. So that's why I added in the world globe, it just needs to be there. And then of course a desk for daddy so that he can maybe do some editing there. And yeah. That's basically it. I really do like the color palette of this room. It's really brown. It's brown and beigey, but I like it. I don't know. I like it. Usually I'm more for the black, white, and grayish, but this brown kind of color with, some brass and gold here and there, it's actually looking really fun. And I'm also adding some art on the wall. So there's this Elvis kind of costume. Maybe, they were related with him. I also added in a movie poster because maybe they created a cover or a soundtrack for, a famous movie. So yeah, that's what I did. And then here, what are we doing here? Oh, I'm trying to figure out this layout right here. I just found that the hallway was a little bit too large. I needed an area for the nursery or, the toddler bedroom. So I made an extra room here in the hallway. And then we're starting out with the teen girl's bedroom. So the teen girl's bedroom, again, I didn't really know what I wanted to do at this point, How should I furnish it? How traditional should I go? But it's a teen girl's bedroom. It's a teen girl's bedroom in 2019. And she's like a celebrity. So she would probably want something very luxurious looking. So that is what I'm trying to recreate here. Of course, I'm giving her an entire section for her wardrobe. It's not a walk-in like mommy has, but it does come very close. It's definitely spacious. Also adding in some little, luxurious details here and there. A little, a mirrored side table with some flowers on it. Just looks really nice. Added in a very large mirror so that she could check herself out. And I also decorate the vanity a little bit with some clutter items so that it looks really realistic. Because when I look at my vanity table, it's a mess. It looks like my makeup bag exploded or it barfed on my vanity. It's really bad. There are brushes everywhere. All my eyelid containers are open. I have Q-tips everywhere because usually when I do my makeup and I make like these little black lines on top of my wimpers, I don't know how you call those. It's like cat eyes, the cat wing, a winged eye. That's it. Usually I love making a winged eye. It's just, it's my signature. I always have one on my face, on my eyes. And, but usually when I make one, I always mess up the edges. And it's not like it's something that I'm doing recently. I've making winged eyes since I was like 16 years old. So that is almost 14 years now. And I still mess up the little corner every time. So I always need to use like a little Q-tip to straighten the corners, to make it like you can cut someone, or however people say it. I'm not in that slang, but you know what I mean. It needs to be like really crisp, and I use a little Q-tip and they're everywhere. So of course I wanted to make this vanity look a little bit realistic with some clutter on there as well. Every girl has clutter, especially teen girls. So this teen girl also gets a balcony, which was really nice, as you guys can see, added in marble on the flooring. And then here I did the teen boy's bedroom. So this boy, is not as his sister. He's not as posh. He's like more down to earth, normal. He's a vlogger, you know, not a Jake Paul vlogger, but just a normal, you know, nice guy vlogger. He vlogs about his normal daily routine, maybe, you know, the things that he does with his friends, and you know, so stuff like that, you know, normal vlogging, no challenges or something like that. It's a really nice guy, you know, this sim right here. And, you know, he doesn't really want to be famous, but he's just doing something he loves. So he has like a tiny little setup that his parents gave him, that in that corner he had like a little green screen going on. I don't know if you guys, you know, catch that, but there was a little green screen. And then here is a computer area for his laptop and such. And it's a really cool space. I like the space that it's separated. So he has his working area, his sleeping area, and he also has his own ensuite bathroom, and in the bathroom he actually has a tiny walk-in wardrobe, which I think looks really nice. And I purposely made this bathroom a little bit darker just because, you know, it's for, you know, a man or boy, and he didn't want a girly bathroom, you know, not marble everywhere, although he does have black marble on the floor, but, you know, I don't think he even noticed it. But yeah, I needed to be more for a male, so that's why I made this bathroom a bit darker. And, you know, he appreciates that. He appreciates that his mother, you know, decorated his bathroom the way it is. And also added in a mirror in his tiny walk-in wardrobe. But he doesn't need that much. He's definitely not like his sister. His sister has like a million clothing. But his sister, you know, is an aspiring actress. So she really wants to be an actress. She's in the drama club right now. You know, that is her little thing. And then this bedroom right here, this bedroom is for a little girl. So this little girl was a little bit inspired by Sadie. Also not really, because these are not her colors. Although, are they not her colors? I don't know. Sadie has always been about that pink Barbie life, you know. She loves pink, she loves purple, gold, diamonds, you know. That is the type of girl that she is. She loves that. But recently she's been shifting towards blues. I know, I was shook. I was like, no, not blue. There's nothing wrong with blue, but I'm also a very Barbie girl. I like pinks, I like purples, you know, very, very girly and such. That is my type of style. If I could make my entire house pink, I would, but my husband won't let me. And Sadie was, you know, the same, but now she's developing maybe her own personal taste, and she's leaning towards blues, but also pastel colors. She loves pastel colors. She actually asked me to create a unicorn bedroom in our new house for her, and she wants all type of pastel colors, but she really wants like a turquoise, is that the right name for that color? It's like a very soft, gorgeous blue with a little bit of green involved. She wants like a very pastel-y turquoise color to be like the main color. So yeah, maybe the bedroom wasn't really inspired by Sadie. But Sadie is a dancer. She does dance. She actually has her first performance coming up real soon. So like a practice area with a large mirror is definitely something, you know, that I would see her have in her bedroom. So this is the final bedroom, by the way, that we are furnishing. And this is the toddler bedroom. I also added in a crib because it's, you know, she's a baby right now. So she's not a toddler yet, but I also like placing a toddler bed, you know, next to it in anticipation for when they age up, because my kids don't really stay kids for a long time, you know. Maybe they're like a baby for a half a day, and that's all I can take. So that's why I also added in a toddler bed. This is like a nice little seating area for the kids to use, maybe watch some television upstairs if they don't, you know, want to watch downstairs. Maybe mom and dad are watching like something really boring, you know, Expeditie Robinson or something like that, and they don't really want to watch with them. They can do it upstairs. But that's it, you guys. We're already in the screenshots. Oh my gosh, I've talked so much this time. I think we're like almost over 30 minutes, but I'm hoping that you all enjoyed this video. Leave your likes if you liked it, of course, and if this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So I'm hoping that you all are having an awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!